Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu, and welcome back to Let's Play Rocket Knight Adventures. Yeah, got a little story sequence here to sort of connect the stages together. I love this sort of method of storytelling in old 2D platformers like this. I liked it in Sonic and Knuckles, and I like it... Oh, excuse me. I like it here as well. Just this is almost the ideal way to handle story in these kinds of 2D platformers, I think. Just very short, non-voiced, sort of little pantomime cutscenes to sort of make the transition from one stage to the next, kind of connect the dots. And yeah, I was talking about sort of boss rush and situation rush in the previous stage. We're kicking things off right off the bat here with a boss, which is... this is actually a really tedious fight if you don't do it the way I'm doing. If you try to go through with just the rocket attack or whatever, this fight takes forever. But yeah, close-range sword strikes are definitely the way to go here. And yeah, then switch things up immediately here with these pigs on the little, I guess, ski-doos. You can take out their little energy balls there, but it turns out you don't even have to. They'll just pass right over your head, so you can just ignore them. But whatever, and that's the last we'll ever see of those guys in the entire game. Almost every enemy in the game. Oh, actually, these bats... we'll get back to these bats. These bats are very interesting. They're a very special, very unique enemy that I'll go into at a later time. But just keep those bats in mind for the future. And here we change things up right again for another little set piece where we got the gimmick where the platforms take you behind and in front of the waterfall, which is basically a nice little way to introduce the gimmick for the next mid-boss, which is... the best strategy here I've found. You can actually do kind of close-range sword attack strategies here, but I've never been able to do them without taking, like, tons of hits. So this is one of the few fights in the game where I like to basically just scrub it up and play it safe. Although, and yeah, even if you do just do it the quote-unquote slow way... God, okay, that was embarrassing. Even if you do it the quote-unquote slow way, it's a pretty quick fight. And then, yeah, we're out of the waterfalls and into the mountain. The music, I'm probably going to end up saying this at like multiple points throughout this LP, but the music in this game is just fantastic, and the music in this stage is, I think, one of the finer pieces on the soundtrack. It's just, yeah, just like the energy, and it's just totally gets you in the mood to do some sort of possum jetpacking action. You can see me sort of jetpacking through a lot of the level very quickly. There's a little set piece that we just in and out didn't even get a chance to look at it. That's actually a pain in the ass a little bit to get through those spikes if you aren't prepared with the rocket attack there. And now we're moving on right here to a minecart section. Minecart here, as in many games, kind of a low point, I'd say. It's like kind of the pitfall, potential pitfall of sort of these sorts of situation rush type games is that the set pieces are kind of hit or miss. It's like when you're constantly changing things up with just completely new obstacles and completely new enemies and situations throughout the entire game. Some set pieces are going to be better than others. It's kind of hit or miss in that regard. And yeah, the minecart section here is a little bit of a miss in my opinion. There's especially just hitting pig cart after pig cart gets a little bit repetitive after a while. That one up there, back there that I got is actually really tricky to get. You have to release that rocket attack very, very quickly after falling off the ledge, or else you'll bounce off the platform and die. These jumps are also really tricky. Sparkster's jumping momentum is it's a little bit... a little bit tricky to control at first, before you, at least until you like really learn kind of the physics of the game. And yeah, here we're just hitting tons and tons of pig dudes again. I've seen a lot of people, what they like to do is they like to hang over to the left and just hit the pigs as they come out. Just to, you know, make it so that they don't even get to throw their bombs. And that's a nice little skill test. Just sort of get your rhythm down. I like to do it over on the right, though, so that, yeah, they all explode at the end there once the section comes to an end. And now, just for even further variety, here's just a chicken circling around our head for no reason. Why is that thing even there? I don't know. They just got to throw in just like something new has to happen. It's like this game can't go more than like 15 seconds without introducing something just new and weird to you. And here we are fighting, yeah, a little anthropomorphized train, basically, that shoots blue balls out of its snout. Which actually, they actually use the same graphics as the ones on the shot by the pig ski-doos at the start of the level, but they're not destructible, which is a bit weird. Move on to the section. I like the way the sparks kind of fly off there if you have your rocket back charge. Anyways, yeah, close range. This is actually another kind of tedious part of the fight if you don't use the close range sword strikes. And God, I'm sucking at it here. But yeah, if you're really if you really are down with the positioning and the timing, you can actually kill this guy before he even gets to this point. But I think it should just be a couple more hits if I can actually hit him. Okay, that was a weak one. Come on. There we go. Oh well, that was a bit of a disappointing end there. And he's got one more form here actually, which is pretty risky, actually, if you want to be playing it, like, super bold, like I like to play it. If you want to play it bold, as usual, you get up close and you sword him repeatedly. Problem is that his hitbox is bigger than it looks, or bigger than you might expect. So actually, yeah, if he ends up hitting you, you actually take a ton of damage, like 3 or 4 hearts, I think. It's not a problem for me, though. Like I said, I played the dickens out of this game as a kid, so it's just not a problem for me. See, Sparkster knows what's up. He's just like, yeah, I know what you mean. This shit is so easy. It will pick up, though, in future parts. Things will get exciting fairly quickly, don't you worry. But, yeah, and I hope you'll join me for the future excitement. See you then.